Good evening. Reverend Dr. Michael McMorrow coming to you live from the sanctuary at the Center for Spiritual Living here in Granada Hills, California. That's in the North San Fernando Valley, if you know SoCal at all. It's a place where we welcome all who practice their beliefs in faith and love, and we're delighted to have you with us here online and here in the house. So great to have you with us. And we're delighted to welcome our presider for this evening, the wonderful Beverly Scott. So you're welcome to give her some love in the chat. We'll give her some love here in the sanctuary. All right. All right. So let's get underway by just taking a deep conscious breath and release. And in that release, just allowing ourselves to kick the dust off our sandals. Just drop into this moment, this eternal now moment as we come together for our call to service, which we call lighting the flames of faith. And we perform this ceremony to promote the universal consciousness of life, which acknowledges that all peoples, all faiths, all sentient beings come from the one great universal presence, which we call spirit. Fundamental to this truth is a unifying nature of all religious thought and experience, which we honor here this evening. So as Beverly lights the first candle, it's for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light the second candle for shamanic traditions, honoring the beliefs and practices of all indigenous peoples, the way of primal spirituality. We light the third candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light the fourth candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light the fifth candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light the sixth candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light the seventh candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of submission to the will of God as the highest calling. We light the eighth candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light the ninth candle for all forms of new thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. The 10th candle we light for all those who are as yet unaware of the power and presence of spirit in their lives, and for the space we hold for them here in our sanctuary, within our online community, and within our own hearts. And as Beverly lights the healing candle, please put silently into the light the names of anyone you wish to have experienced the healing flame of God's eternal love.
Trust in God. Let us take this time to turn within. You can close your eyes or lower them as we move into this hour, knowing there is only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. I am that perfect life now. I know that we are that perfect light. I want to give thanks for Reverend Mike for leading such a wonderful, blessed group. This family here at Granada Hills CHL is awesome. The staff ministers, the practitioners, our interim practitioners. Thankful to Renzen for being here to provide the sound for the online audience and everyone here in the sanctuary. I know without a shadow of a doubt the Spirit is here each Wednesday night, lifting us up without any effort on our part other than being open and receptive to God's living Spirit of truth. I speak my word and release it into the activity of law, knowing the manifestation is done. Please join me in saying, and so it is. Amen. Thank you all for being here this evening in the sanctuary and online. It is such a beautiful, beautiful thing to see you all and to know in my mind's eye that the online audience is there as well. I want to give a shout and a thank out to our wonderful Easter potluck. For those of you that was here, thank you. I know you were blessed and truly enjoyed it. I have to say a thank you right here and now for Vanu, Debbie, Kathy, and Jenny. These are the new interim practitioners that's coming forward. So on Wednesday evening, pretty soon you'll see some awesome faces with blessed messages. And that leads me into my talk. For me, it's gratitude. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to just be here, to shine my light, and to be around like-minded people as they shine their light. So my gratitude that I'm sharing is I take things pretty close to heart because I'm such a loving person. Taking time to express thanks, knowing it's about more than being polite. Practicing gratitude each day can enhance mental wellness and change your perspective over time. And you may be surprised to learn it's also good for your physical health. And I bring this out because that's most important. When gratitude becomes habitual and a natural part of your thought process, it may help in these areas with these dis-ease, anxiety, depression, heart health, stress, sleep. When these things start to show themselves, I meditate and I stand in gratitude. Gratitude dissipates all of those disease that I just mentioned. They can be self-imposed. Stand in gratitude. You don't have to carve out hours to spend counting your blessings. Just take a couple of minutes throughout the day and focus on the positive. Gratitude. Gratitude is just one way to practice mindfulness, keeping your focus on the present, here and now. If you're in the present, practicing gratitude, life is good. Affirmation. Today, I practice conscious risk, knowing God is my supply and my source. My gratitude. Science of Mind, page 184. Always expect the good. Have enthusiasm. And above all, have a consciousness of love. A radiant feeling flowing through your consciousness at all times. Love, peace, harmony. I leave with you. Now I'll give you a few announcements. They're very brief. As always, if you're in need of a practitioner or someone to talk to, please visit CSLGH.org. We're waiting. Please. The announcement that I have is, once again, please visit Constant Contacts for the LA River cleanup, Saturday, April 15th, to sign up. Thank you so much for your time this evening. Do enjoy the meditation hour. Thank you.
All right, Beverly, thank you. So I thought for tonight I would work out of this book, Creative Ideas. It's a little book by Ernest Holmes. It looks like it was probably old Science of Mind magazine writings, which started out, I think he started doing the magazine in the 20s. And this was printed initially, published in 73. But I thought it might be good to work with tonight. This one's, this little book is kind of cool because it's got these little like treatment-esque kind of things. Business and success, health, prayer, and this is from the section around right action and problem solving. And it's entitled, I Let Go of Every Discord. And he quotes from John 9, whereas I was blind, now I see. And Holmes writes, there is that within us which is completely conscious of its unity with good, of its oneness with all the power there is, and all the presence there is, and all the life there is. Upon this power, presence, and life, we depend with implicit certainty, with complete confidence, and complete assurance. We need to know that as we accept its action, it being the Spirit, we need to know as we accept the Spirit's action, the Spirit has the power to overcome every discord in our experience and wipe out every sense of fear or confusion. As we affirm and believe that nothing can oppose the action of God and come to accept that action in our life, everything unlike His good is overcome. I now permit the Spirit within me to express itself in freedom, bringing increased joy and harmony into my experience. I allow the divine wholeness to flow through me into ever-widening fields of activity, bringing peace where there was confusion, joy where there was discord, order. The law of God reigns supreme in my life. I silence my turbulent thoughts and direct my attention to the acceptance of His perfect action in my experience. And I do so. And as I do so, all power is delivered unto me, and this I use for my own and every man's good. That's a nice little reading, eh? It's got a few hisses in there, little gender-specific stuff. You know, we're all trying to work that stuff out these days. So, Ernie, you're not keeping up with the times. But, I think, why don't we just make more time for meditation tonight and a little less yakking? So let's just take a deep, conscious breath together and release. I silence my turbulent thoughts and direct my attention to the acceptance of the Spirit's perfect action in my experience. So bringing our attention to the movement of the breath in the nostril. Silence my turbulent thoughts. I release my turbulent thoughts by simply focusing on the breath. And direct my attention to the ever-present good of the Most High. Focusing on the in-breath. And on the exhale, allowing ourselves to release a little deeper. So we'll do a body scan. Bring our attention to the feet, the bottom, the top, up the ankle. The lower leg. See if there's any tension in the knee. Sometimes the top of the thigh, and you can take a breath and release. And you'll feel it unwind, even if it takes a breath or two. Moving up the legs. Bringing our attention to our sit bones. Up the spine. The spine is erect yet free of tension. Erect and balanced over the sit bones. And the head balanced over the spine. So head balanced over the spine, spine balanced over the sit bones. Tummy rising and falling easily. And breathe. So they're sitting this way, there's an attention to balance. Again, free of tension. Releasing any tension in the arms. Staying with the breath. So let's take another deep breath together, and on the release, we'll just let our shoulders drop and the neck lengthen. So taking a deep breath and release. Staying with the breath. On the exhale. See if you can feel your face drop as you release your facial muscles. Feel a sensation on the space between your eyebrows, above the nose, third eye. Paying attention to the exhale, you may feel a tingling on the top of the crown of the head. One more deep breath and release as we move into the silence for about 20 minutes tonight. attention gently back into the room, staying with the breath. Staying with this space of peaceful abiding. Acknowledging that the flame of the divine, the seed of the heart, with each in-breath now we're fanning that flame. This flame growing with each in-breath. To a ball of light at our heart center. Expanding with each in-breath. In the way that a balloon expands as we inflate it. Ebb and flow on the inhale and the exhale. Knowing that we are breathing the Spirit is breathing us. This light and love that surrounds us, this field of light and love commingling with each in-breath with the light and love within. The light within our heart center, that there's this exchange now. The energetic exchange of light and love. As this ball of light continues to expand beyond the torso, side to side, front to back, top to bottom, that we are sitting in this globe of light and love. Feeling the heart expand now. This light and love extends now with our brothers and sisters here in the sanctuary. Even within our online community, even with people viewing later, that there's an understanding that the energetic of the divine is not bound by time nor space. So we are creating together now this field of light and love. Feeling the exchange of the energetic. We now bring any cares, concerns, even aspirations of good to the fore, allowing them to be fully energized and received within this field of light and love, as we know together that at the deepest aspects of our being, within the body temple, this energetic is activating and aligning at a subatomic level. Every atom, every molecule, every cell, every muscle, every organ, every bone, every sinew, all the various systems, every neuron is activated and firing with the divine impulse of life itself. That the living spirit, the creative impulse of life, is activating us in the deepest levels of our being, expressing itself as a pattern of perfection right now, and demonstrating as radiant good health. That we take a deep breath, Oh, I feel the vitality in that release as we feel renewed, regenerated, restored within the body temple. Just allowing that to settle and to be so. We take a deep breath. Release, and turning our attention to the mind as we're releasing any sense of discord or of any kind by means of this time spent meditating, working with the breath, releasing, releasing, releasing. So now we are now open and receptive to the creative impulse, the living intelligence of the infinite mind of the Most High is now infusing us with new and creative ideas to any seeming challenge or problem that up until now may have had us stymied or confused, that we are now accepting at the deepest aspects of mind, either for our consideration now or later, even within the dream state, that it is now fully embraced and activated, that we know confidently that it is there. So we take it in gratitude, we take a deep breath, releasing even that now. And so finally we just allow this open-heartedness to stay within this field as we consider the people with whom we care most deeply about, that same love that we bestow on those we love most dearly, we now bestow upon ourselves. That we allow ourselves to feel loved and cherished and accepted in this moment. That there is nothing to do except receive and to understand the truth that we are love, that we are lovable. So then it is from this consciousness then we open our heart to embrace all of those in our lives, of folks that we know closely, even remotely. Even those we may be in seeming discord with, that we now understand that we are all activated within the energetic of the Most High, expressing as love in this moment. That we take a deep breath, release that, knowing that all of our relationships with our intimate business relationships, all in this have been set and unleashed in this field of intelligence, of love, of perfect understanding, that there is a co-creative expression of life within our relationships that are oozing self-respect, an appreciation of creativity and freedom of movement. So taking one more deep breath, releasing even that, knowing that we are releasing our word, because our word has power, our word has spiritual power, for it is impressing itself even now upon the one mind of the living Spirit, receiving it as the law of its own being. So we feel a sense of gratitude in this moment, deep gratitude, as we release this word now unto this law, knowing that in doing so it is done, it is so, it is complete. So we just release it now, let it go. And in this releasing then, we know further that as we leave here tonight, we arrive home safely and in good order, making our way through the evening as we make our way to our beds, that our head hits the pillow, we drift off easily to sleep, sleeping deeply and restfully, dreaming sweet dreams, that we awaken feeling fully rested, restored, revitalized, with a sense of vim and vigor and a zest for life to take us into this next day of the expression of the one Spirit by means of each one of us and everyone else too. So one more deep breath for that final release, knowing it is done, knowing it is so. Together we acknowledge this by saying, and so it is. So, thank you for joining us. If you stayed on, we had a little power surge here at the center. For those of you joining us online, if you got kicked off, that's why. So the LA River cleanup is this Saturday, and you need to sign up on Eventbrite. You can go on our constant contact to get to that link. It's real simple. It takes about 5 minutes. Seems like everybody's mining for data these days. FOLAR's no different. So there's 2 time slots, 8 and 10. So bring water. They'll have a T-shirt for you and some other swag. And let's see if we can get our river cleaned up. We'll see how much. I think there's going to be a lot of water down there, is what I think. But it's been a few years, so we'll see how it goes. So until then. We'll see you Sunday at 10:30. If you're joining us online, if you're local, come on in at 9 or 10:30. We'll see you then. Peace and blessings. Know that you're loved. And we'll see you next time.